Hello and welcome to the NAP application video on the SF424A Budget Information Form. During this video, I will share some helpful tips and show you how to complete some important sections of the Budget Information Form within HRSA's electronic handbooks. This form collects information about the budget for your proposed NAP project. The SF424A is the Budget Information Form. It includes sections A through C and D through F. The first step in a budget information form is selecting funding types or subprograms. You will select the funding type based on the populations that your NAP project will serve. The 4 health center population types are listed here. Click the Update Subprogram button to change the types that are listed. Then check the box next to the subprograms you're requesting funding for, or uncheck a box to remove it. In this example, we have selected community health centers and migrant health centers. Now click Save and Continue. After you select and save your subprograms, they will appear in a budget information form in Section A and Section C. To enter your overall budget amounts for the 12-month period of performance, click on the Update button to the right of the Section A Budget Summary heading. This is where you update Section A. In the Federal column under New or Revised Budget, enter the amount of federal funds requested for each subprogram. Remember, the federal total cannot exceed $650,000. This total will populate in Form 1B. And in the non-federal column under New or Revised Budget, you will enter other funds that will support your NAP project. When you click Save and Continue, the system will add the totals and move on to Section B. This is Section B, Budget Categories. The totals here represent the entire NAP project, separated into the federal funding request and the non-federal support for the project. So, unlike Section A, you do not separate the budget by subprogram in this section. Instead, you break it out by object class categories. This is also a 12-month budget, and the totals need to match the totals in Section A. This budget shows each object class category, like personnel, fringe benefits, and so on. You will explain these amounts in the budget narrative. Make sure the amounts for each category and the totals match your budget narrative. For each object class category, enter the federal funding request in the federal column and the other support for your NAP project in the non-federal column. You can enter 0 for categories that do not apply to your NAP project. You should only enter an amount in the federal column for construction if you are requesting funding for minor alteration and renovation. Also, only enter equipment purchases over $5,000 per item in the equipment line. If it costs less than $5,000 per item, include it in the supplies line. The federal amounts in the construction and equipment lines add up to the NAP one-time funding request. This total will populate in Form 1B and must not exceed $250,000. Again, click Save and Continue for the system to add up the totals and move on to Section C. In Section C, click the Update button to provide a breakdown of the non-federal total for the 12-month budget period. These amounts should match the amounts detailed on Form 3, Income Analysis. The SF424A Section A, B, and C total non-federal amounts must match. If not, you will get error messages. Click Save and Continue to move on to Sections D through F. Sections D, E, and F can be left blank. However, Section F should be completed if you have indirect costs in your budget. If you do not need to complete these sections, just click on Save, and the status of Sections D, E, and F will change to Complete. In this video, we discussed how to complete the SF424A Budget Information Form, Sections A through C and D through F. We hope you found this demo helpful. Please see the NAP TA webpage for more technical assistance. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.